Welcome back to Doc's Adventures in Africa. Thank you for joining us again. Lots has been happening in Africa, and my wife and I are back here in America again and getting ready for our gala, which will be April 28th. And we're so excited to kind of get things moving back here in America. And many things are going on in South Africa. We'll keep giving you updates about important things that are happening. Today we are blessed with a special guest, Bruce Dooyema with Versova Poultry Company, and Wendy Lane, who is head of development for Blessman International. And we want to give you some information, particularly about our feeding program that we're doing in Africa, where we're trying to feed 50,000 children and improving that in every way that we can. But Wendy, good morning. Would you introduce yourself again, and then we'll go over to Bruce.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, good morning, and I'm happy to be here with you. I am the Director of Development for Blessman, and I have a background of being a TV news reporter for a decade. So now I get to use some of those interviewing skills on Bruce this morning. So I'll try not to make it too intense, but Bruce, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yes, I'm Bruce Dooyema. I've been born and raised in Northwest Iowa, here in Sioux Center. Lived here all my life. We started out as a small dairy farm back in the 70s, and we converted it over to chickens. And when I was 13, I asked Mom and Dad for 12 chickens. They gave me 24. They doubled production before I even asked for that. And that was in 1977. And in 78, we built a 60,000 bird chicken house. And ever since then, we've been adding more chicken houses. We started a company called Center Fresh Egg Farm, and that's turned into Versova Holdings Management. And with all our companies in the United States now, we have approximately 40 million layers for egg production. And through all that, I grew up in the egg production, learning how to do chicken. So I'm 62 years old, so I'm in my 49th year of egg production.
Wow.
And in 2010, I had an opportunity to go to Africa on a trip to work with Peter and Andrew Cunningham, who were starting a small egg production in Mozambique, Africa. And ever since 2010, I've made 30 trips over to Africa since then, promoting and educating and just getting involved in small-scale egg operations. And my passion is taking everything that I've learned here in the United States with, modern equipment, technologically advanced equipment, and taking that knowledge, dumbing it down, and making it practical for rural Africa, so that places like Blessman International and our Ebenezer training centers in Africa, that they can still achieve world-class standards according to production, but making it simple, taking this advanced equipment and making it practical for Africa.
You've done an incredible job with us in South Africa already, Bruce. I want to back up a little bit and just tell you and our audience how we got started working with poultry. A good friend of mine, Tom Dixon, I had traveled to, I think it was one of the South American countries several years ago on a mission trip. And we stayed friends ever since then. And he called me up about 2-3 years ago and said, Doc, I want to help you to feed those kids in South Africa with eggs. And I was all over that. I thought, oh, that's great. And so I met with I met with Tom, and we started exploring what we could do to feed children in Africa with eggs, which is an incredible protein to add to the children's diet. And we got the idea, instead of just feeding them with eggs, I'm a physician, so we wanted to do some medical research to document the benefit of adding this wonderful protein. And then we got together. He introduced me, I think, to you, Bruce, and it's just been a wonderful journey trying to promote use of eggs in child feeding program. And we've learned so much in the 2 years that we've been doing that. And I think you'll be incredibly impressed at the improvements that you'll see on our farm when you come back this time. And a lot of it is the new cages you helped us get from Dutchman Company. It's just an incredible upgrade. And our farmer, Joe Hani, he really does an excellent job. Our production is, I think, about as good as what you're seeing sometimes here in the States as far as how many eggs we get per day out of the group. And you're soon going to help us get up to about 4,000 birds between you and Highline. And that's helping us feed a lot of children with eggs in Africa. But I really appreciate it. But anyway, tell us a little more about what you're thinking. You know, right now, every time we drill a well, we're up over 80 wells that we've drilled in Africa. And every time we do that, we add a garden and drip irrigation to these little preschools. And our son Dustin just this last year got a vision that, well, we should give them a little flock of hens, laying hens, so they'd have vegetables and water and fresh eggs to feed the children.